What's up, guys? Sleepy Bear from Entertainment Fanatic Reviews, and you are watching another review in the Child's Play franchise. Today's review will be of Cult of Chucky. When I first saw this film, it was a very big disappointment. Over the last year, I've grown to like it a bit more, and upon rewatch, I might actually like this film now. So let's get on to the review of Cult of Chucky. Cult of Chucky is a 2017 slasher film directed by Don Mancini and stars Brad Dourif, Fiona Dourif, Jennifer Tilly, Alex Vincent, and Christina Leese. Confined to an asylum for the criminally insane for the past 4 years, Nika is unwrongly convinced that she, not Chucky, murdered her entire family. But when her psychiatrist introduces a new group therapy tool, a good guy doll, a string of grisly deaths plague the asylum, and Nika starts to wonder if maybe she isn't crazy after all. Andy, Chucky's now grown-up nemesis from the original Child's Play, races to Nika's aid, but to save her, he'll have to get past Tiffany, Chucky's long-ago bride, who will do anything, no matter how deadly or depraved, to help her beloved devil doll. You know what? We're going to change it up a bit since this is the last review in the Child's Play franchise. I'm going to do the negatives first. I think this film is just too white. It's too clean, even though it's a bit of a positive, but throughout the whole film, most of the film, it's just a bit of an eye ache. You know, the asylum is just all white. I mean, yes, I have white walls, but I have posters up, you know. It's just a real eye ache because it's so bright. This film has a lot of continuity errors, you know? Like, it doesn't show in between, I'm gonna say Seed, in between Seed and Curse, or Curse and Cult, how there is multiple Chuckies. I mean, yes, Chucky says he saw a spell on voodooForDummies.com, so now anything with 2 legs and a hand for stabbing or arm for stabbing, he can transfer his soul into that body. I just thought that was poorly executed on how he can do that now. Never explained the events in between Seed and Curse or Curse and Cult. Also, I hate the psychiatrist in this film, but in the trailer you got the idea that he was, he used Nika, when he hypnotized her, he did unspeakable things to her that, just made me sick. I'm glad that he died in this. We'll get on to that with the positives. Multiple Malcolm is pretty cool in this film, but one thing that confused the shit out of me is when Madeline goes out to take her doll, for a walk after that one character dies. She goes out and she's standing above the grave, and she throws Chucky in there, and Multiple Malcolm and Nika, they made a little pact to, he goes outside to see what's up with Madeline and everything. So she throws the doll in there, and she throws the doll into the hole because it's not covered up yet, for the grave. So she throws the doll in there, and, when he gets there, I guess she tells him about the doll, and she pushes him in. And when he comes out and he has a look, he looks right at Nika, and you could tell that Chucky possesses him now. But when he dies, right before he dies in this film later on, he's just like, I'm Multiple Malcolm, I want to be somebody, and it turns out he's a poser, but I don't get what happened. It never really explains what happened in the grave. Whatever. I mean, I do love seeing Andy Barclay back, played by Alex Vincent, but they just made him look like an idiot at the end of this film. I'm like, you've been preparing for over 25 years for Chucky to come back, and you're gonna make the stupidest decision I've ever seen in a horror film, or at least one of. It's the stupidest decision in this film, or in this franchise, really, but I think they're doing that for the, the sequels, for the TV series, or the later on movies, So let's move on to my positives, because there is quite a few positives. I love seeing Alex Vincent back as Andy Barclay. I think everyone can, but everyone's like, he didn't do as good. I'm like, well, he hasn't acted, and I haven't seen him act in anything in 15, 20 years, if not longer than that. So I think he did it pretty good. I feel like this film has a very nice score. You know, the opening credits. You know, like Curse of Chucky's better, but I'm starting to warm up with Cult of Chucky's score. I love the what is it, opening credits. You know, the whole scene. You know, it feels like a different movie than the other ones, even though it has the same tone as Curse. If that makes any bit of sense. And like I said, you don't know what happened between Seed and Curse and Colt, but you know the post credit scene with Curse, you see what happens to Chucky after Andy shoots him. So I love that. And this film has, it's beautifully shot. I mean, yes, the white walls and everything get on my nerve, you know, give me an eye ache, but it makes the blood pop for certain kills. The first time I saw this movie was just a bit of a mime, and you know, after so many times watching it, you finally get everything. And I feel like this film has the second best post credit scene. We get to see Kyle again, and I love the good guy look, which I forgot to mention that in Curse. But I love the good guy doll in Curse and Cult. And I love the part when Nika learns of multiple Malcolm, and she gives him that look and sighs because she sighs, and then you know she just thinks, "Oh my God, I just had sex with this dude," and he's just you know. I just thought that was really funny, and I love that we get a lot more Chucky than in this film than we do in Curse. There's more one-liners, and he's more funny. I love Chucky in this, and I love the Cuckoo's Nest reference. You know, he's talking to that one character, and she's like, "Sometimes I hear things and see things." He's like, "You know what, lady, you're next," and he walks off. He's like, "Fucking Cuckoo's Nest." I'm just like, huh. Yeah, I got Cuckoo's Nest. I got two copies. I got the Immersive Collector's Edition, just a regular copy from like the 90s on DVD. I feel like this film has great deaths. You know, we got the Asian's death, you know, with the glass falling down and everything, and then the baby lady, you know, that's my baby. You know, her death was gruesome as shit. The psychiatrist got what he deserved when Nika, you know, smashed his face in. When it, you know, oh my God, multiple Malcolm's death was nice. You know, screwdriver through the eye. That was that. Oof. I love seeing multiple Chuckies. I love Carlos's death. Um, and I enjoyed this film a lot more than I did, and so I will give Cult of Chucky a 7.75 out of 10. And I hope you enjoyed. I mean, for the longest time I hated this, and I've been texting my friend Jeffrey Bomber. We did feel the same. Or I didn't like it that much, but no, I like it. So with that being said, don't be scared to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It'd be highly appreciated. And peace.